everybody, and welcome along to League of Europe Season 8, the opening round of Division 3. And we are very much looking forward to some racing action at the Sakhir International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix. My name is Jess Ball, your commentator for tonight's race. Unfortunately, Evil Dragon's PS4 has gone combust. It can't last the game more than about 45 minutes at a time, so you just got me. But it's better to have someone in the commentary box than none at all. So, last week and the week before we had the evaluation races, and now all the drivers have been placed and we can get some racing action underway. But it was happening before the post-patch came out, the performance patch. So the order could be shaken up from what we've seen in previous evaluation races, but I'm excited for it. So we're going to go through the drivers that we have on offer here today. So we've got 19 in the lobby at the moment, but we've got people into their teams. They'll be given basically they were given a choice of 3, and all drivers had one of their top 3 preferences in terms of teams, which is great news, and teammates. So here we go then. So in the Mercedes we have ERT Jordan and Matty. In the Red Bull we have Cam and Giant Bravery. In the Ferrari we have Steve Day and Pastor Jasper. In the McLaren we have Chris and Ghost UK, 72 UK. In the Alpine we have Matt Tibos and They Hate Melty. In the AlphaTauri we have Chill and Maverick. In the Aston Martin we have MCR and Aledi. In the Alfa Romeo we have YHYY and ERS Major. Major won the D5 title from last season. In the Williams we have Harry S and Ryan Belshaw. In the Haas we have Flip and Slayer, and that's all our drivers tonight. Now, unfortunately, we have 2 drivers missing, which I need to figure out who they were. We have Mr. Bouter is not here, Ben Gallagher's not able to race, and Noah J is not. Noah J will be probably replacing one of them. I think he's in the AlphaTauri tonight, Noah J, but he's only 19, so I think we should be expecting one more, like I was saying. But those are your drivers. I was given some rivalry stats from the lovely Jav, who is in the chat, and is telling me which person will beat their teammate. So, Mercedes, it's looking like Jordan would beat Matty, 69.8% to Matty's 30.2%. For the Red Bull, 79.1% of people think Cam would beat Giant Bravery, compared to Giant Bravery, 20.9%. Between Steve Day and Pastor Jasper, 88.4% of people think Pastor Jasper would be the person that will beat Steve, compared to 11.6%. 60.5% think Chris would beat Ghost, and Ghost, 30.5%. Between Matt Tibos and They Hate Melty, 74.4% belong to Matt Tibos there. Chill looks like the favourite to beat Maverick this season, 79.1% of people think that. MCR is more favoured against himself and Aledi, with 72.1% of people thinking MCR would beat Aledi. 51.2% of people would think YHYY would beat ERS Major. I think it must be XL Major, or did he change teams recently? I don't know. But anyway, Ryan Belshaw is predicted to beat Harry F. Well, bit of a close margin actually, 53.5% in Ryan Belshaw's favour compared to Harry F, 46.5%. And then Slayer was the most preferable in beating his teammate Flip, 55.8%. So there we go. Which driver do you think is going to be doing well this season in the championship? There's a lot of drivers in this list, to be fair, who I think is going to do very, very well. Now, Maverick's not here tonight either. I should know this because he said in the commentary chat he's not commentating tonight, and I didn't pay attention to that. Oops. I should have realised that, but I didn't. So without further ado, we're going to be going on to the track side. Now, Bahrain was first hosted a Formula 1 race back in 2004, where it ended up with a Ferrari 1-2, with Michael Schumacher taking the win there. And it became a night race back in 2014, I believe. And that's where we saw the duel between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. And that was, I have to say, one of the best duels I have seen in a long time. Not gonna lie. So, yeah, plenty of stuff to look forward to. So, this track is 5.4 kilometers long. It has 15 turns, 6 to the left, 9 to the right, 3 DRS zones, 1 at the start, finish straight between turn 3 and 4, and then we got 1 between turn 10 and 11. So there we go. Though that is your amazing track map for this evening's race. And I don't know why I'm dropping frames for some weird reason. I might have to put it back to a lower bit rate, which is not ideal because I'm the only one that's using the internet. So that is very odd, but hopefully it'll be fixed soon. So without further ado, let's get on with some on-track action then. So here we go. We're running on board with Chill as he's going to take us through on a lap around this circuit. Now, bearing in mind, there's going to be a little bit more rear camber compared to the front camber in suspension this season. And in terms of the suspension, is a lot more stiffer on these year's cars because obviously they've gone to a new generation of cars for F1 22, which means the cars could follow each other a bit more closely. So you're going to be heading towards turn number 4 right now. Keeping it to the left a little bit there. Watch out for track limits around this part of the track. So I think we've seen quite a few people invalidate there in the past, heading towards turn number 7 and aim for that right apex if you can. Seems to be doing it quite nicely indeed. Now short shift to 6th gear, then to 7th as you go down the hill into turn 10. Don't hit the curb too much there because that is where we've seen people, including myself, when I was doing practice for D4 earlier, go into a little bit of a spin as well. As you pass in towards turn 11, you pass the DRS zone as well, where we see people do some brave overtakes there in the past. Heading towards turn 12 and 13 as well. I'm going to call that corner understeer central now. Obviously, Chill is purple in sector 2 because he's one of the first people to set a lap, but there's quite a few people in front of him. So we're heading towards turn 14, 15 and 16. Now, Heriaf will be the first person to set a lap time. But what can Chill do? He up to the line with a 128.443 for him. A few more people up to the line. We got his teammate Noah J, who's filling in for one of the AlphaTauris tonight. I believe that's Maverick. And Noah J comes across the line in a P4 at the moment. Next across the line it's Marty, I believe, in McLaren. Now that's a brilliant lap time for him. 128.5, 1/10 separate himself and Chill. We got an Aston Martin up to the line. That's Mr. Consistent MCR, who I completely jinxed last week in the Mexican Grand Prix race. And I have to say, I do apologise to MCR for that one, for me jinxing him. Then we got Giant Bravery, who's come up to the line in P9. So quite close already in terms of lap times already, which is very good to see. And expect times to be a lot slower, obviously, compared to pre-patch. I was expecting, obviously, to be 127, but it's about, I think, around about 6/10 slower compared to what we saw pre-performance patch, because obviously they patched the car to be a lot slower to match what it is in real life, of course. But it is still faster in real life, to be fair. But it might just be obviously us being a lot faster, and we're able to attack corners a lot more than what the drivers can in real life, because obviously we can't die from them. So there is Matt Tibos up to the line with a P14. Abood up, he's going to start his lap in the Ferrari. Well, he's not going to start his lap, he's going to go towards the final corner actually. So here he goes up to the line. P6 for him at 129.005. Now, bearing in mind, these drivers will be tinkering with their setups a little bit more before the race, because you can't go high tyre pressures on this game now. You just can't. You just end up overheating your tyres too much. Basically, my advice, I think anyone's advice as well, is go as early as you possibly can. Yeah, I think there's a slight delay with the audio, which I'm pretty much going to fix. I'm gonna fix, I think, towards the end of qualifying. I'm not gonna fix now, because otherwise it's gonna change just a little bit. Actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong stream. I think the audio is fine. I'm looking at the wrong chat. That's the annoying thing when I'm watching both streams at a time just to get the views up. But anyway, Alpha Spark in the Williams. He's going to come up to the line to start off his lap, and Leddy is as well. I think quite a lot of people about to go on to the laps again for a bit as well. Interesting fact about the Bahrain Grand Prix, which some of you should know as well. There was the lowest that someone has ever started as at the very back of the field around here, and that was Kimi Raikkonen, with a one-stop strategy for Kimi Raikkonen, and he finished in 3rd place behind Michael Schumacher and Fernando Alonso, and those three had an epic battle for the lead of this Grand Prix, which I had to say was quite incredible. So, and also this was the track where Kubica produced Sauber's early pole. He became the first Polish driver to start a Grand Prix from the front of the grid, and he lapped just 27 thousandths faster than Felipe Massa, which remained the smallest margin pole was taken in Bahrain until 2017. I can't remember who got pole in 2017. I think it was Lewis. I will obviously need to double check that as well. Let us know your predictions in the chat. We got JDN in the chat who's rooting for Chill. Now, Chill at the moment is currently fastest, so we'll see what he could do up to the line. But Leddy's about to start his next run. We'll follow right on board with Alpha, who hasn't set a lap time yet. He's got a lot more time to find in that Williams. So can he get his car onto the front row of the grid? Just like we saw Nicholas Latifi in free practice 3. 4th place. Pretty decent time for him as well. And obviously a few drivers are brand new to the league. And obviously Alpha is filling in tonight, I believe. So he is one of the drivers that is not in the rivalries, but if he does perform his teammate tonight, I think then people probably will be very shocked. Yeah, it is major he's filling in for tonight as well, of how he's about to cross the line. Now, ERT Jordan had his birthday last week. It was a bit unfortunate that it came to a premature end, his race last week, but he's hoping for bigger and better things this season compared to obviously the evaluation races. So he is feeling quite confident about the season, and I asked the drivers to tell me what their worst track is and their favourite track. So ERT Jordan says that Hungary is his worst track and Brazil is his favourite. Now, Brazil on the calendar is not until towards the end of the season, so he's got a long time to wait until his favourite track comes in. He hopes to get on the podium and get some good results, and he doesn't know about his rival yet. So he's up to the line and he's going to go into the pits because he's being on 3 laps on those soft tyres. You only get softs in qualifying. You don't get mediums because the drivers have 4 sets. So some people will wait to go out for a little bit as Flip has gone into a little bit of a spin in turn 1. So easy to do with these cars now as well if you don't warm up your tyres enough, because it can get very slippery, as I found out yesterday. Because yesterday actually was the first time I actually driven on this game since the update, and I was given quite a bit of a shock, to be honest with you, as Chill comes across the line in P1, 128.3. So he's gone a tenth quicker than his previous best at the moment. We've got a Aston Martin of MCR, 15 for the moment. Can he slot himself inside the top 10? Nope, he improves, but not on position as Pastor Jasper. 128.3, 7 thousandths quicker than QBR Chill at the moment. That is pretty incredible, to tell you the truth, from him. And we got a few people coming out of the pits right now. Who'll be next? I think it will be, I don't know, it might be Matt Tibbles. No, yeah, Matt Tibbles is about to start his lap. We got Chris going in the middle set, so we'll see how he is just at the end of it. He is a bit conservative through some of the corners, but he is about almost 5 tenths up on his previous best. And he is purple in the middle sector. So, could this be the time where he goes on pole position? He was one of the drivers, I believe, that was challenging for the win last week. So, we will see what he can do this week. So, he goes up to the line. And it is a 128.2, and it is pole position. So, time to wrap it up. Thick and fast. So, I wanted the track is evolving as quickly as he can. So, Matt Tibos going through turn 10 now. Abood is going through the middle sector. We could see quite a lot of overtakes there if their straight line speed is not good enough this weekend. Obviously, the spoiler alert, the Ferraris in real life were a bit disappointed about their performance, but they think they can do better in the race as Abood comes across the line in P6. I think it's a Williams next up to the line. That might be Harry F. Yep, Harry F is on the second lap on the softs. And he's opted to go again and do a push lap. I think he was saving a bit of VRS there as well, because otherwise he would run out of VRS, to be honest. And we've got Pat here as well, who I'm used to commentating on quite a lot in Division 3 last season, and a bit during the evaluation races as well. He dominated a lot in the pre-season race last week in Mexico. Such a shame, mate, that I'm not going to be commentating on you this season, but I wish you the best of luck in Division 2. Don't forget Division 2 and Division 4 will be streamed live on the LOE YouTube channel at 8 PM, not 8 PM, 8:10 UK time as well. And we also have Division 1 streamed at the same time, and that's being commentated by James Head and Killer Blue. Watch two of them at the same time. That will be absolutely amazing. Support them both, because LOE deserves some love. So, yeah. I think Arthur Spark might be... No, it was a lady that was on a lap before, I believe, as he heads towards the middle sector as well. Now, this is the clean slate for the drivers. So, Aletti's purple in the middle sector now. Only driver yet set a lap time. Everyone else has set representative lap times. So, can he improve and get on top of the timing sheets to put us all in a shock right now? Some of these drivers are from Division 4 last season, some for Division 3, some came for Division 5 last season as well. Quite a few drivers. As Jordan has retired from the session. He's binned it towards turn, flip back to avoid that. That was in the middle of the track between turns 12 and 13. So easy to do with the amount of oversteer you get now around that corner. And I don't know how Flip avoided that, but he did avoid that, but that would have probably costed a lot of time with his lap at the moment. So Melty then joined LOE late last season. He was in Division 5 for a bit, then got promoted to Division 4, and now there he is in Division 3. And he improves his lap time to a 128.788. Did Melty reply to my questions? Yes, he did. So Melty is looking forward to the season, but he's fairly sceptical about the pace at the moment. But only good things would come from battles and bites from this lot. And he says Hungary is his favourite track, and France is his worst track. Fair enough. To be honest, France is one of my worst tracks on this game as well. He expects a good midfield fight for the Drivers' Championship and best of rest for the Constructors. For tonight, he thinks his midfield pace, he's not the best, but we'll see how it falls out. And he thinks his rival is Matt Tibos, because everyone wants to beat their teammates. I agree. Your first main rival has got to be your teammate, but if you already beat your teammate, you've got to think about your next rival. That is my personal opinion, as Aledi goes into the pits past to Jasper, who's been challenging for pole all session. Can he beat Chris at the moment? We'll see what he can do as he heads towards turn 10 now. Oh, a bit of a squirmy exit there. So he's cost a bit of lap time, so I don't think it's going to be pole. So I wonder if he's going to back out of his lap then. I think a few people could back out of their laps as well, which will be a bit of a shame. But we'll see if anyone else will be improving before. Noah J, I think, is going into the pits. No, he's backed off of his run. QVR Jill up to the line. Can he get pole? He's about to start his lap. Why did I hype him up when he's about to start his lap? But anyway, he was the one who also topped the timing sheet as well. We got Ferrari off past Jasper, who's going into the pit. So he's going to try and go out for one more run in just a moment, as he actually retired from the session. So he doesn't think he's going to get pole position. He thinks he's happy, or I think actually, yeah, because with how long we got left to go in the session, he can't go again. He can't go again. So yeah, he timed it a little bit too late there. So we got an Alpine then up to the line. That is Matt Tibos, who's about to start his run. We've got one of the AlphaTauris. That's not Chill. That is Noah J, who's going into the pits. That will be his qualifying done and dusted. Marty is about to start his run. So is Alpha Spark, and Abood will be starting his run shortly as well. YHYY will potentially be doing the same. Yes, he would. And the McLaren of Marty, where is he on the track? He is through turn number 4. Well, turn 3 into turn number 4. Chris is about to start his run as well. So this is the calm before the storm. Who will get pole for the first race of the season? As QBR Jill tops the timing sheet with a 1:28.0. Now, JDN is saying that Chill was getting 1:27s in practice. Now, Chill hasn't been getting 1:27s yet, and he's backed off a little bit. So I think that's his qualifying session done and dusted. I believe it's Harry F up to the line next with a 1:20.31.3. So he has to improve. So he's going to go again, I presume. There's an Alpine going very slowly. I believe that is Matt Tibos. Yeah, I think he must have had a bit of a spin there, Matt Tibos. That is not good. Yes, no co-commentator tonight. Evil's PlayStation is playing up on F1, unfortunately. So, who's the next across the line? Well, it would have been Alpha Spark, but he's been there, unfortunately. Marty. He's about 2 temps up in the middle sector. He's gone almost 3 temps up in the final sector. P4 for him. He was purple in the final sector, actually, so he was looking very good. YHYY can only manage P8. What about Slayer? He's backed off. He's 22 seconds down. We got Chris up to the line. He's the only man that could challenge Chill, but unfortunately, there was nothing more Chris could have done, sadly. We got a Red Bull off Cam, who's about a second up. Who's a second up on his previous best, which is, I think, very good to see. So Cam, he goes up to the line in P14. And I think it was 30.7, I believe. Before, but now he's at 29.2, so yes. So looking good for Cam. But I'm sure there's something he can improve on. So, Chill is on pole position for the very first League of Europe race for Division 3 this season. So, we will run through your running order then for today's Bahrain Grand Prix. And it starts from Chill with a 1:28.047. Then we got URL Chris with a 1:28.242. Then we got Pastor Jasper in third. 1:28.3. Fourth is Marty with a 1:28.310. Fifth is Matt Tibos with a 1:28.5. Then we got Matty, Alpha Spark, YHYY, Abood. They hate Melty, bound up your top 10. Then we've got Noah J, Slayer, Giant Bravery, Cam, Aledi, Jordan, Harry F, MCR, and Philip, that brings up the rear. So quite a few drivers that I was expecting to do a lot better compared to obviously previous pace. I was expecting the likes of Noah J to be up there since he was in Division 3 last season, but he struggled a little bit. So 11th place would be a good start for him, but I'm sure he would have aimed for something higher because he was looking quite good last week until he had a little bit of a moment. But he's obviously a reserve driver for this season. Matty has impressed me a lot in 6th position. Can he go higher than P6? Well, there's a few drivers that started lower than that did well. Kimi Raikkonen, don't forget. And obviously Chill, who joined midway through last season. He started off as reserve, then he came full time. Improved quite a bit. He scored consistent points as well. Was looking quite good. Pretty much attended every race as well. So, and there's obviously a few people that crashed out midway through the session today. ERT Jordan in the chat put that he had the wrong gear for the corner he crashed at. That is easily done. That is easily done as well, which is a bit of a shame. And Pat thinks that Pastor Jasper's going to win today. That is a good prediction. Now, I don't usually do predictions, because if I do predictions, I get predictions very wrong. But since the first race of the season, I'm going to do it. So without further ado, we are going to be going in to the qualifying session for today's Bahrain Grand Prix then. The race actually, no, not the qualifying session, we just done qualifying. The formation lap I was meant to say. Apologies about the rust, but I think hopefully the rust will go now. So we're looking at the tyres now. The strategy is meant to be medium to hard or hard to medium. But we have got a bit of a mixed bag here tonight on the grid. So I will go through that. Yes, sorry Parrot. Getting my words wrong. I'm on my own. Is that a good enough excuse? Okay. So we've got Chill on the hard tyres, Chris on the hards, Pastor Jasper on the mediums, Marty on the hards, Matt Tibos on the mediums, Matty on the hards, Alpha Spark on the hards, YYY on the hards, Abood on the mediums, Melty on the mediums, Noah J on the mediums, Slayer on the hards, Giant Bravery on the mediums, Cam K on the hards, Aledi on the mediums, Jordan on the mediums, Harry on the mediums, MCO on the hards, and Philip on the hards. So quite a bit of a spread there. No one going for the softs, because the softs don't last quite a bit as well. And Parrot thinks from soft to medium or medium to soft is so easy around this track. I've never tried it, and I do not want to try it. But will we see if the ones on the mediums do medium to soft maybe? And follow potentially Parrot's advice. Now, I'm guessing Parrot's going to try soft to mediums in LOE later in Division 2. What's the tyre looking in Division 1? We've got one person in Division 1 starting on the softs. Everyone else is on the hards on the mediums, but we've got more people on the hards compared to Division 3. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. So, we are about to start 29 laps of this Bahrain Grand Prix. Don't forget that they have to do the formation lap all by themselves. And I think a few people can't get into their grid spots because they're pushed a bit further back. Don't worry, they're not disqualified from the race. They're just a little bit further away from their grid slot. So, the 5 red lights coming on and the cameras are absolutely awful, but we are about to get underway anyway. And oh my goodness, Chill's had a poor start, but look at the Ferraris and the McLarens going wheel to wheel into turn 1. Chris has taken full advantage as they head towards turn 2 as well. But we got a few content in the background. We got a Abood that couldn't get off the line correctly, so he's lost a bit of grip. We got a bit of front wing damage from quite a lot of cars. What a bit of a carnage start from our front lot at the moment. That is a bit of a shame there. We got Melty and Matty going side by side heading towards turn number 4. Can they hold it steady? They hold it steady just a little bit as Melty stays in P number 7 at the moment. YYY doing a good job in P6. Pastor Jasper dropped a bit to 5th, but it was Chilled that got a very poor getaway. I was running on board with one of the Ferraris, and Ferrari looked like they got the best start on launch, but I think 2 McLarens were on the cleaner side of the grid, which definitely helped him a little bit. Shame about the cameras who couldn't see it quite clearly, but we've got, I think, Harry F trying to go side by side with Matty at the moment into turn number 11. Very brave as well from them as well. Obviously, Harry having a poor pre-season race, but he's doing quite well at a good start at the moment, so he seems to be more confident with this track. Bearing in mind, this track has costed $150 million to make, as Melty has had a bit of a spin. So one Alpine, well, he was doing well, he was battling, but he's not battling now, unfortunately. He's down in P17. As Matt Tibos has got the lead of this race. I don't know how, he came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere to overtake both the McLarens. And looks like Chill's going to get past to Jasper once again. He's got better traction coming out of turn 3. We'll see what he can do heading towards turn 4 then. He goes around the outside then. And he's trying to think of a different line. We've got Matty and Aledi going side by side. No, it wasn't Aledi that's going side by side. Aledi's also gone into a little bit of a spin as well. So a lot of spinners around this track, it seems, which I'm quite shocked about, because Bahrain's the first track you do in my team. So the drivers would have put in a little bit more practice, obviously, since they haven't had much time to test the handling a little bit. And Matt Tibos on those medium tyres, so you're expecting to be, I think, a few seconds quicker from the get-go. Now, looking at the delta as well, about 6 tenths with about 1.3 seconds difference between the softs and the hards, about 6 tenths between the mediums and the hards as well. So, as the timing tower is a bit screwy from 10th and 11th, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. So Matt Tibos leads Chris from Marty, from Pastor Jasper, from Chill, YHYY as well. We'll look at the position gains in just a moment. And he's almost breaking the 1 second window, Matt Tibos, as well. So that's not going to help Chris's cause, unfortunately. But bearing in mind that the mediums will start to drop around about lap 11, lap 10-ish. And then the hards will start to come into fruition. Now, usually means the hards is better around this track, because around this track, the hards are an absolute nightmare to start with in the start of the race. But towards the end of the race is a lot better, because you have less fuel on the car. As Cam got past MTR up into 11th place. So despite the issue he's having earlier, he's had a good getaway. As Chill, he's had a spin then. I think towards turn 6 and 7 he at the moment. Well, I was going to make a prediction, but thank goodness. Thank goodness I didn't make a prediction, because I was going to predict Chill in my top 3. But because I had it in my mind, that probably counts the commentator's curse. So MTR is past Chill now. And I think Melty will be battling with them very, very shortly as well. Yes, Matt Tibos has broken the DRS range from Cress at the moment. I believe Matt Tibos did not race in Lobby 3 last week. I think he was in I think he was in Division Lobby 2, I think. Yeah, he was in Lobby 2 last week. But I'll need to double check that. So DRS enabled then for Pastor Jasper. And I do know that DRS is a bit OP on this game around Bahrain. But he's not taking full advantage. But can Noah J? In towards turn number 1 he goes. He does not at the moment, but he's going to gain the slipstream from YHYY heading towards turn 3 to turn number 4. He's done exactly the same thing as his teammate did, but a completely different part of the track. Oh, things have gone bad to worse for the AlphaTauri team tonight. Noah J is up into 12th, down into 12th position. Ah, he had good momentum, but I think he just got too early on the power. I wonder if he's running medium or even no traction at all. I don't have a clue. But I think MTR's going to get past him as well. MTR last season in Division 4, according to Jacob, he just took advantage of everyone else's mistakes, even though he wasn't really a top 4 driver. He finished in the top 4 of the championship, I believe, because of how consistent he is. Will this be the same for him this season in Division 3? So he's behind, well, he's in front of Aledi, but he can't get past Noah J. Yellow flag. That is a Ferrari. That is a boot, I think. Yeah, it is a boot. Out in 16th position. Who's had a bit of a moment. Let's watch Pastor Jasper. He's closing in a little bit on Marty. He's gained a few tenths of a speeding advantage. This could be the first DRS overtake we've seen all stream. Here he goes. through to turn number 1 down the inside. And this time, he makes the move stick. But look at the run that Marty's getting. Down this straight, heading towards turn number 4. DRS open. He's got plenty of ERS as well. He's been managing his ERS absolutely perfectly. But unfortunately, it's not quite enough on this occasion to get past Pastor Jasper. But what a great battle this has turned out to be from the pair of them, both the Ferrari and the McLaren. A battle that we've seen quite a lot in real life. Who knows, we could see it tomorrow, potentially. I hope we do. That will be quite incredible. As all, speaking of Ferrari, Pastor Jasper's gone way too deep into turn 10. Yellow flag. That is Noah J out the race. And we got 4 calls yellow. We have got a safety car. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a safety car. Wow, wow, wow. Now, what does that do with the strategy? Because I think it is far too early to pit for hards. I might be wrong. 29 minus 5. You could get away with pitting for hards now. But it's going to get a bit tight towards the end. Pastor Jasper, 5-second penalty. Severe collision with Marty. So he's having a bit of trouble. And he has to serve it in the pits. So that is pretty much screwed. If you're on the hards, that screwed your strategy. That screwed your strategy if you started on the hards. If you're on the mediums, I would pit. I would pit. Those hards will get to the end. After doing my maths. And they'll get to the end. Because obviously they only have to do a few extra racing laps on normal racing pace. So those should get to the end. Well, obviously the mediums will be a lot faster at the end. But that has hurt the 2 McLarens. That's hurt YHYY, Matty, Cam as well, who stayed out, same as MTR as well, because they can't put onto the medium tyres. Because the mediums can't get to the end. The mediums only last 16 laps. So we could see. So your net race leader at the moment is Matt Tibos. Then it's Giant Bravery. Then it's Harry F. Then it's Melty, then Pastor Jasper. That's brought Melty back into contention. Chill has gone for the mediums. I don't know why he's gone for the mediums. Probably he's going for the 2-stop strategy. Maybe he's hinting with what Parrot was talking about in the chat, potentially as well. Now, the annoying thing on this game is you can't see on the left-hand side on whether there is a safety car or not. It's just yellow flag set to 1, 2, and 3, which I hope they fix, please. So I'm not going to look at position changes because this will be nothing, obviously, because the drivers will have to pit. Now, the earliest the drivers could pit for mediums will be lap 16. Maybe even lap 15 or 14. So the ones who start on the hards are going to be out there for a very long time. And tyre warm-up, like I said, even more of a bigger factor during safety car restarts. We are going to see a lot of drivers doing some frantic reeving. Tee up the tyres, tee up the brakes. If you don't see a lot of drivers doing that, then they're going to struggle to have the perfect restart. And I was going to obviously talk about the undercut, which is the more powerful, the undercut or overcut. But obviously it'll be hard to tell because obviously safety car. And I kind of were hoping there'll be no safety car because obviously I've got a race later on, Division 4, and I kind of use these races to give me an idea of what strategy I should do for my race. I don't know why Pastor Jasper's gone for softs. Now, is he doing what I think he's going to do? And go on to a set of the hards again? But you only have 1 set of hards and 1 set of mediums, I believe, for the race. So I'm a bit confuzzled with what Pastor Jasper is doing. Maybe there's methods to his madness. I don't know. He probably thinks he could get near the front with his softs and then go on to the mediums and be on the same strategy pretty much as our top 6. Now, How long does those softs last? 9 laps. But I think they last less than that due to tyre temp. So probably the optimum pace, I think, around this track for the Bahrain Grand Prix is around about 7 laps. Okay, Jasper had wing damage. He spun pit lane exit. Ow, I didn't see that because I was running on board with someone else. So, yeah, so he had to come in again for that. So he had no choice but to come in because otherwise he would lose damage. But yeah, he's pretty much buggered his strategy, pretty much. Which is a bit of a shame. So we will wait for the 2 Ferraris to close up to the field. Only one driver has got a time penalty so far, and that is Pastor Jasper's 5-second time penalty. So yes, the safety car will be in for one more lap as Pastor Jasper has caught up, and there will be a Boo trying to catch up soon as well. So who do you think is going to get the best restart? Now, what Marty's got to do in second position is read Chris like a book. Think on what Chris is going to do and try and take advantage of him. Chris has got to make sure that he thinks differently. Because his teammate may think something else, so you don't do that. He's got to think of a way just to pull away and maybe try and break the DRS almost instantly. Because you're not going to be in the lead for long. Because you're going to have people like Matt Tibos, Giant Bravery, Harry F on fresher tyres. But I think the main threat is going to be Matt Tibos. Because he got the lead on lap 2. His pace has been looking very strong so far in this race. And as long as he doesn't get involved in incidents, he should be okay. So, safety car should be in then this lap, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So we still got the flashing light. Yes, safety car is in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. So we have got a race on our hands. The safety car light is off. He's holding up the field, Chris is. He's backing up the field. Can he keep the lead towards turn 1? We'll have to wait and see. I think he's going to decide to floor early. Marty's going side by side. I think Marty's going to get the better restart here. Marty's had the worst luck last season. What can he do this season? Why's also a good restart. I think Marty was caught napping there as Chris tried to take advantage. I think he just about caught advantage as why down the inside into turn 1. So it's Mercedes as well. Matty, where did he come from? Well, he's in P3 at the moment. We have a spinner. Quite a bit of contact already. I think it was ERT. No, it wasn't ERT, Jordan. It was... Oh, it might have been. No, it wasn't. It was MTR. It was MCR who avoided trouble at the start. And then we got Cam who's dropped a few places as well. Obviously, the ones who have been on those tyres for quite a long time have already dropped through the field, unless you're Chris and YY, who's already trying to make the most of a bad situation. Matt Tibos is up into 3rd place already. So Matt Tibos, but he's dropped way behind YY and Chris. More yellow flags. That's Pastor Jasper again. I wonder if he has got damaged front wing somewhere. Come on, let me go on board with him. I think he's missing a bit of his end plate, or did he just get involved in the spin? He might have got involved in the spin, actually, potentially. We got a lady trying to go side by side with Chill. And Philip as well. So, here comes Chill to the left. Also trying to make the most of a bad situation because he started on pole. He didn't arrive in turn 1 in P1. But he's trying to go for a bit of a comeback at the moment. Up into P8, Melty. Up into P10. Here comes Matty on Matt Tibos. Down the inside. Just about holds on. We got Matt Tibos to the left of him now. All the time you got to lead the space, Fernando Alonso says. Well, Matt Tibos is definitely challenging his Fernando Alonso right now. And he's got him into turn 5, heading towards turn 6 now. Have to go down the hill towards turn 7 and 8. And the interesting thing, can Matty stay within the DRS to try and get past before it's too late, before the hards that have been on for 9 laps start to take its toll? Now, I'm a bit surprised Giant Bravery is not able to take advantage. Same with Harry F as well. But he's down in 6th position. And Leddy and Alpha Spark past Melty. Has Melty had a bit of a spin? No, but he's just struggling a little bit on those hard tyres for some reason. So Alpha Spark's got past him. Another yellow flag. That's a boo once again. So, and he's lost his front wing again, I believe. Yes, he's lost his front wing. So, again, another bad day in the office, I think, for both of the Ferrari drivers today. So, DRS activated. Who's going to take a position here? Alpha Sparks could, though. But we're not quite at the DRS detection point at the moment. As we can see, Alpha Spark, he was going to go for it, but he held his line. Oh, that was a late move from Slayer. Oh, but that didn't work out down the inside there. And he's gone into a spin. The man who's made a comeback and a Louis is just not going too well for him. Past to Jasper. So he's in 12th position. Harry F. Getting past Chill. Or could Chill fight back? Chill does fight back and gets past him on the medium tyres. But don't forget, Chill does have a 5-second time penalty, I believe. Or is it 3 seconds? Let me check. Penalties. Yeah, 5 seconds. So he will have to serve it if he pits again. Which I think he will. Unless he can get those mediums to the end like a brave man. Like Giant Bravery. Well, Giant Bravery's not on the hards, but he is a brave man. So can he be the second brave man in this lobby tonight? Only time will tell. That's all. Chill almost hit the back of Giant Bravery there. Wondered there was a bit of end plate missing as well. Melty's gone for a spin again. Ah, it's just not been Melty's day, hasn't it? It's just not been Melty's day. He's down in P15 at the moment. And there's a lot of work that he needs to do to get him higher. But let's watch Chill. Round number 2 between Giant Bravery and Chill. But this time it works. But with the added benefit of DRS, I said added for a minute there, Jesus Christ. With the added benefit of DRS, I thought Giant Bravery was going to take advantage there. But unfortunately, he does not. He's got more ERS at disposal, though. Oh, YHYY has had a spin. YHYY has had a spin. Hold on, let me go on board with him. So I wonder, are his hard tyres getting a bit too overheated? Maybe he put the tyre pressures on a little bit too high. Have we got another spinner as well? That is Pastor Jasper. A few more spinners in the background. We got Alpha Spark has left the session. I don't think you're meant to leave the session by rage quitting. There's another spinner as well. Everyone's going off here today. Jordan's off as well. Turn 11. I wonder if contact was made potentially as well, but I don't have a clue. But that is a shame from Jordan. Top 12 score points, and at the moment it doesn't look like he's going to get any points unless there's another safety car. Another yellow flag. That is Marty, who was looking like he was doing so well. But the restart, it just cost him a little bit. The thing that I told him to do on the restart, it just didn't happen for him, which is a shame. So don't forget, Chris and Matty still yet to make one more stop. Harry F. Oh, squeezing on the exit of turn 5 and 6. Hopefully no spinning from the barrel then, please. That'll be a disaster, but Giant Bravery doing a great job of defending him there. Another yellow flag. Marty is out of the session. Binned it the exit of turn 13 into 14. Are we going to have another full course yellow? Ooh, the question is, I don't know. Yes, I think. Oh, no. I thought we did, because there was yellow flags we set to 1, 2, and 3. We just have a yellow flag ball. No, we are green flag racing once again, ladies and gentlemen. So we are green flag racing. It caught a little bit of me off guard there. But on lap 13, we're almost half race distance completed in Division 3. Let me just see, actually, what is going on in Division 4 at the moment. No, Division 1, sorry. Division 4 doesn't run on at this time anyway. So, at the moment, I think there was no safety car in Division 4. Oh, there might have been, I don't know. But the top 7 are on 13 lap old hards. ERT Jordan is out. And as I said about safety cars, boom, there's one. Another one. 2 safety cars. Now, that is good timing for the likes of Flip, YHYY, MCR, Slayer as well. You can go back on hards. Melty. Anyone who pitted on the first, anyone who started on hards, it's come back to them, their race now. I said to them, they are hoping for a safety car. Another one. And they got one. The ones who pitted onto hards from mediums, they're thinking, oh, I had this in the bag. And this safety car I just got a hell of a lot worse. That is absolutely gutting. But this changed the race completely once again in terms of strategy. If you only have one set of mediums, I believe, for the race, so you can't go on a fresh set of mediums, it's just pointless. Softs can't go to the end from here. It would only happen if there was a safety car with, say, lap 21, maybe lap 22 potentially. But we will see Chris going into the pits. So here he goes. So what is he going on? Because I'm a bit shocked he's going in. So he's going to be going on to our mediums. Don't say he's going on inters. No, he's not. Okay. I had a bit of a panic attack that he was going to go on inters. Now, Chris is... Oh, so Chris has got fresh mediums that he can use. Interesting. Oh, yeah, because he started on hards, I think. Did he? I don't know. Yeah, he did start on hards. Let me look at race director. Usually the co-commentator gets to do that. What? Why am I going to let me put race director? So Chris started on... Yeah, Chris started on hards on mediums. Alpha Spa. I don't know why Alpha Spa hasn't come in. Why hasn't he come in? Because this could have been a huge advantage. Mediums to get to the end. Why is Alpha Spa... Oh, he's disconnected. That is why you don't disconnect, my friends. Because a safety car can bring you back into this race, and Alpha Sparks AI, well, the bot of Alpha Spark is doing a lot better than some of the real life drivers. But this could put people off. I know Ghost cars have put me off during a session. So let's look at positions then, because everyone has done their pit stops. So position gained. Matt Tibos up 4 places. Chill down 1. Aledi up 12. Chris down 2. Alpha Spark up 2, but obviously disconnected. Matty not gained anything. He stayed in 6th position. Harry F gained 10. Good race for him, actually. He's keeping it He's keeping it consistent. He's staying out of trouble. He does what I usually do sometimes. He avoids all the bad stuff. And if you avoid all the bad stuff, then you can get decent points. Philip in a Flip. I think it's Flip. I don't know. I think it's Flip. I keep calling him Philip. I don't know. He's in 8th. 11 places. Giant Bravery up 4. YYY down 2. MCR down 7. Melty down 2. Slayer down 1. Abood down 5. Pastor Jasper down 12. Cam down 2. And then obviously we have Jordan, Marty and Noah J advertised for this race. And I believe it was Jordan that caused the second safety car. Spinning it. To be honest, I can't remember where he had a moment. So, we're about to get underway. The safety car will come in this lap, I believe, because everyone's caught up. Halfway distance could be anyone's game. As said here, everybody has done their mandatories. So it is going to be guns a-blazing to the flag. Some people, their tyres could get to the end quite comfortably. Watch out for the one on fresh mediums. Watch out for Chris. He's 4th for the moment. He's going to be on 6/10 quicker tyres. And he's going to be on softer tyres as well. And fresher. Safety car's in. Watch out, I think, for the hard runners as well. I think Chill's going to struggle. Even though he's back in P2. Somehow. It just proves that you do not give up in league racing. Do not give up in league racing because something like that happens. So, let's watch Matt Tibbles' start. Earlier on we saw Chris do the restart. Will Matt Tibos do a similar approach to what we saw Chris do? He left it a bit late this time. But Chill's got a better slipstream. People are using a lot more ERS already to head towards turn number 1. It's going to be 3 wide maybe as well. As we got Chill to the left-hand side. Can he get the lead from Matt Tibbles? He does. Oh, this is so close to contact. Hopefully there's no contact. Matt Tibbles is down to 4th. He's down to 5th. 4 cars have got past him. Chris is back in the lead now. 2 lap old mediums. I did say watch out for Chris. And I was right there. Let's see if he can pull away now. We've got Philip and YYY going side by side to turn 7. And I think we got Alpha Spark dropping down the order. I wonder if the AI is doing hard to soft, I wonder. Potentially. I think that is what is happening at the moment. So, REF has got past him as well on fresher tyres, but it could come back at the moment. So hopefully it's fixed now. So hopefully there's not much of a delay now as Melty is out of the race. Interesting. Are we going to have another safety car? Now Melty's binned it, the exit turn 4, it looks like. Yeah, it looked like he lost it on the exit turn 4. That is unfortunate for Melty, but MCR has had a bit of a moment. Turn 11. He might have clipped on the curve. We're down to 15 runners for this Bahrain Grand Prix. We got Cam versus Slayer being very brave into turn number 12 and 13 there. My oh my, that was a little bit of chaos there, but what can you do? We'll see if he can even more brave as heading towards turn number 1. Now the top 3 are within, obviously, not within DRS range anymore. As Giant Bravery, I think, got past Harriet, but Harriet could fight back with his Williams machine. Turn number 1 he goes. Oh, he's got the better traction. He's going to try and keep his line to the right. He thinks better of it. He doesn't want there to be an accident. He's got no penalties as well. But here comes Matt Tibos. Fighting with a passion, 3 abreast into turn number 4. Here comes White that wants to join in the party towards turn number 5 as well. Matt Tibos played that perfectly, and Harry F just lost not 1 but 2 positions. Why? Brilliant stuff from him to get involved in this little battle, which is great to see. Very, very close, I would say, between the top 8 at the moment. But obviously, with the top 4 running away with it, we've got P5, 6, 7, and 8 all within the DRS train. Don't forget, Giant Bravy's on softs. There's no way that those softs are going to get to the end of this Grand Prix. It's just literally impossible. So I think they're going to find it even more difficult to cope with at the moment. And this could be Matt Tibos' blessing later on. So Chris, on fresh mediums, 2 seconds now. He's increasing the gap even more. So Chill's mediums are starting to die. And don't forget, he will have to serve his 5-second penalty either in the pits or it will get added to the end of the race. Giant Bravery on an Eddie, on soft. He's going to get him for now. And you want to get him now because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder when your soft starts to wear out towards the end of the race. So, Giant Bravery up into 4th place now. Matt Tibos has passed Aleli now, so I wonder... Aleli's on 14 lap old hards. So I wonder if he just... Maybe tyre wall issue or tyre temps, or maybe he just doesn't like the hards around this track. Maybe the mediums of hards just doesn't suit him at this stage. But anything could happen. We've still got about... We've got 10 laps to go of this race. There could be another safety car. Still plenty of time for Aledi to get back into this. It's still not over. Still not over for the Aston Martin pairing of Aledi and MCO, who's down in 13th, 1 place off the points. Here comes Matty, who's 2.2 seconds off the pace at the moment. And he will have a Giant Bravery breathing down his neck soon as well. Past the Jasper down in 9th. He's recovering ever so slowly. Usually someone who spins is near the back for the whole race. At least Pastor Jasper is still back in the points. But Aledi and Harry F going side by side in towards turn 1 and 2. Harry F unfortunately could not defend that. Can he fight back here? I don't think he has a DRS. Unfortunately, he does not. So he's going to force live another day. He's got Cam as well right behind. Philip Najram as well. Slayer. A boon if you're not careful as well. And the tire attempts are starting to fluctuate. There's Cam. Cam has had a bit of a spin. So Cam is down into 14th place and could be his point streak over, because I think he only didn't get a point, I think, in 1 or 2 races. So he may not even get a point streak at all this season, unless we have a few retirements. But he's not that far to pace anyway, so all it takes is for someone's tyres to die and he could be back in this. He could be back in the points. And don't forget also, Giant Bravery will still need to pit as well. So closest to DRS will be Pastor Jasper. So watch and keep an eye on him as he closes up to Aledi. So we've got two little DRS trains there as Aledi tries to break the slipstream. Pastor Jasper hardly has any ERS to use, but he's going to try and use it anyway. He's using it. He's not even using ERS, and he's trying to go for the move anyway. So to the left-hand side, he's going to keep to the left. There's not much space on the right as Aledi tries to get past them. We've got Harry F that is trying to make it a 3-wide situation. If I was Harry F, I would just stay behind, because you probably know that these two could come into contact a little bit. Harry F almost got Aledi once again. This is shaping up to be a very good race in the midfield, not going to lie. And Be honest, I'm absolutely loving every minute of it. Oh! Pastor Jasper's gone for a bit of a moment. What a shame for Pastor Jasper. As a Letty's gone off as well. Oh, what? What has just happened? What? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What's happened? Has everyone been kicked? I'm a bit confused. I'm going to ask the chat, is lobby glitched for anyone? Hopefully someone can like send me an invite or something. Because it just says that people keep leaving. That is probably the most weirdest thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in my own lobby, apparently. Hold on a second. Luckily I've got a spare invite, so hopefully I could join back in again. No, session doesn't exist.